What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another installment of the match reactions here on Casually FC. I'm here with our guest and host. I don't even know anymore. Will, Ahmed, Chris. I'm here, Marshalldbdx, and we're going to talk about this game. Just to quickly summarize the game, Mason Mount and Kai Havertz. They score. Kai Havertz with a lovely slide into the box, lovely build up a play between Jorghino, Mount, Sterling, and Sterling to assist Kai. And then a few minutes later, Mason Mount, brilliant touch from Kai over to Mason, and Mason with a lovely shot, curls it into the near post, gets it, slots it right in. And listen, the boys had a good game. We second half held it down. Didn't concede any goals. Didn't really concede many shots. If I'm looking at the stats right now, Bournemouth had 9 shots, 4 of them were on target, and for the most part, those like maybe 2 or 3 of them came at the last quarter or so, and Kepa held it down. But overall, this game, I know the game significantly did drop in performance when Reece James left the field. But yeah, I mean, overall thoughts on the game. Chris, let's start with you, man. Overall thoughts on the game. Will, we'll start with you, man. Overall thoughts on the game.
I think Potter got it pretty much spot on today, like as a starting 11.
He played 4 at the back today too. That's another thing I forgot to bring up.
Probably the best lineup I've seen in like a very long time. Like selection was spot on. Like having Sterling on the right was a lot better. Then you got Pulisic in his natural position, who was causing some trouble. I thought it was quite potent today as well, especially in the first half. Probably should have had some more goals that the ref disallowed, but you know, it's a good performance. We looked solid until like the last 20 minutes, which I'm sure we'll speak about. But yeah, I'm happy with the performance.
Yeah, I mean, Ahmed, what are your overall thoughts on the game, man?
So I think it was a good game. First off, in particular, we had like a lot of success going forward. It was really good. A lot of very good attacking football. Second half, obviously, after the Reece James injury, we became a bit more defensive. You know, we let Brighton onto us. And, you know, they had their chances, but they weren't, you know, good enough, per se, to finish it. So that's pretty much the game in a nutshell.
Yeah. I mean, overall, good, yeah. I would say I'm pretty happy with the performance, considering I wasn't expecting much from this, right? I think all of us were kind of down in the dumps. We weren't sure if we were going to win. You were expecting a 4-0?
Yeah, man, it's Bournemouth.
4-0 Chelsea victory?
Hey, we haven't beat Bournemouth in years, Chris. It's kind of difficult.
That's true. We lost under Sarri 4-0, man.
We lost under Conte as well.
You know what I was more impressed about? Like, our front three and midfield is actually quite, what's the word? Anyway, they was quite good as, like,
energetic.
Yeah,
they were pressing more.
You had like Jorghino was pretty good in his role. Mason Mount had a good game in midfield. You know, Mason Mount not in that front three is actually brilliant. I don't want to see him in attack no more. And Zakaria, he had a good game as well. Like, and our front three, like Sterling, Kai Havertz, and Pulisic, that first half was amazing. I thought Kai Havertz was on for a hat trick at one point. He looked like he's like hunting for it.
He looked like he was in the mood to score a hat trick today, if that form had kept up. Unfortunately, though, we do have to talk about this. Let's talk about Reece James. So, I think all of us can agree that our game did have a significant drop in, you know, performance and energy once he came off the pitch with an injury again. So I think as of right now, I believe that the update is that it's pain in the same injury he had before. So the knee, right? I believe that's what it was before. And yeah, I think maybe Potter rushed it. Maybe Potter did rush it. And to be fair, I can understand why. Aspie has his games, and then he has lately. It's been, you know, on and off with him. So,
I don't think Aspie's been ready for a game like today as well. Like coming back from a big break, Aspie will basically rusty and everything. So I don't think it's like on par to the player Reece James when he's probably, you know, he's in good shape and still like he's not injured no more. But he's picked up a little injury, right? Like today. As I heard, unless I'm hearing wrong. So it's not a bad one. And you had to take him off in case it got any worse. So you got to be careful. So I don't really blame Pod too much. to be honest.
I mean, I hope it's just like a niggle or something that maybe he'll be back in like 3 weeks or something, 2 weeks, something not too long. But as you guys, can see, the game did significantly drop. But I mean, like, for the most part though, like, it's not like we did very much through Reece James today. Like, yeah, there was like energy and attacks coming from that direction, but at the same time, a lot of those goals are coming through the midfield. Jorghino had a brilliant performance today. Like, Jorghino, arguably for me, Jorghino or Kai Havertz are probably man of the match for me today. Like, they both had brilliant performances. Carlito, what's going on, man? How you doing? How you feeling about the game?
How do you feel about Mason Mount?
Oh my god.
Big up, Jem.
All right, Marshall, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Happy to have you here. What's going on? How you been? Hope you had a Merry Christmas, man.
So, look, I love Andrew, winter surfer, great guy. And I don't say this as disrespect because I actually do think that Andrew is super smart. He's calculated in the way that he addresses players. He's smart in the way that he's smart in the way that he evaluates players. Andrew is a smart guy. You are allowing him on this channel all the time. I allow him on mine. He is allowed on everybody's channel because Andrew is super smart. Here's the only issue that I have with Andrew is that he doesn't see that Kai Havertz is a great player.
Fucking minerals, bruv.
Love to hear it.
I understand
Just for that.
A lot of people like Andrew and me, he doesn't show consistency.
Are you a public speaker, Carlito? Because you should be, man. With speeches like that.
Marshall, here's the deal. I actually would have run for local office if I didn't have skeletons in my closet. It is the only reason that I am not a congressman is because I have skeletons. I've fucked too many women and I've done too many drugs in my past to become a proper congressman. But here's the deal. No. All jokes aside, the reality is that Kai Havertz is actually a very good player. This is where Andrew and I just totally differ. And he's on this stream all the time. But man, I have to say, when you put Kai Havertz in a situation where he's this false nine and you have true wingers right behind him, Christian Pulisic, Raheem Sterling. All right? Kai Havertz is going to play the exact same way that Harry Kane plays. Because if you think that Harry Kane is a traditional number 9, he's not. He's not. He roams around. He wants the ball. He wants to move and get involved in situations. It's the same way with Kai, man. And he did it today. He showed it again today. His quality, how good he really is when he's involved, when you get him the ball, and when he can combine with his wings. This is a great player. And people that shit on him, I'm sorry, they're misinformed. On this particular player, because I'm not saying Andrew is misinformed, smart guy. But in this one, he's not smart.
Well, the thing is with Andrew, I think, well, I don't know. I haven't spoken to him on this topic in so long now, but I think with him, it's also the same logic he holds for Ziyech, where I think just for him, this isn't the right league. Look, I'm happy he had a really brilliant game today, and I think he needs to continue to do it. But that's the thing; it's the consistency that's been the issue with Havertz. And listen, you're talking to someone who that's his favorite player too, and I agree with everything you're saying. I think he's absolutely talented.
Respectfully, different league, wrong league. Kai Havertz is fine in this league. He will do just fine if you give him 2 proper wingers and you allow him to move as well the same way that Harry Kane does. Because Harry Kane moves. All right, he moves, and he has 2 proper wingers. You allow him to do the same thing. Harry Kane is not as fast as Kai Havertz, but Harry Kane uses both feet. That's the difference. Okay, but there is no...
And he knows how to shoot.
Say again?
And he knows how to shoot.
Okay, that's fair, but I would allow Kai more time because I do think that Graham Potter loves Kai because even when Aubameyang came on, Kai still stayed on. So right then and there that he absolutely loves Kai Havertz. And guess what? So do I. And I'm not, dude, look, I respect all the opinions on this channel. I respect all the opinions on all the channels of Chelsea because everybody wants us to win. Everybody wants us to win. But the most respectful opinion that I have, the opinion that I respect the most, is mine. And that is that I think that Kai Havertz is, I'm sorry, call me arrogant, call me whatever you want. I'm a special one. And I will say this right now, Kai Havertz is the real deal. You just have to make sure that he has 2 proper wingers and an ACM. If you do that, he will produce because he's a good player. And everybody thinks otherwise, they just don't know what they're seeing because all they do is they watch the ball. Fans watch the ball. I watch everything else. I don't watch the ball. I watch the other stuff.
I love how the chat is pretty divided on this one.
I love it, Marshall. Let's go.
What do you guys think about this?
I think
because I agree with Carlito. I love Havertz, and you guys already know this.
I think with Kai Havertz, the problem with him, I don't think is actually him himself. I think everyone sort of scapegoats him when everyone else around him plays like shit and doesn't give him any service. Like, I don't really see him getting many big chances and like scuffing them and stuff like that. Maybe the odds here and there. I worry about how we might build around him, and especially with being linked to like Felix and signing Nkunku as well. I feel like today was like a really balanced front three, and I don't know if we're going to get that balanced front three in the future. I think he's a very good player. I think he's still got a lot to prove, but I worry about how we're going to potentially build around him.
So my retort to this is that the reports, now look, reports are blah, blah, blah. I get it. But some of the reports are saying that if João Felix were to come to Chelsea, he would be playing the left side of a Havertz number 9, the same way that it was today, right? With Pulisic on the left, Sterling on the right, who, by the way, Sterling was brilliant today. So all the Sterling haters, fuck off. But I look, João Felix is a very creative player. Everybody's shitting on Chelsea for not creating chances. Well, today we created a lot of chances. And the only reason that we started playing poorly was because as Paqueta came on, Reece James came off. Because before that, we were humming, baby, humming.
Yeah. We definitely were. And you could tell that it seems like, because I noticed that in that first half, Bournemouth was letting us attack more from the left-hand side, which is why. And I want to bring this up too. Let's talk about Pulisic. We were attacking a lot more from the left-hand side in that first half. Seems like in the second half, Bournemouth set up a little bit better defensively on that left-hand side, and then our right outlet was gone in Reece James because, you know, Aspie doesn't really have the legs anymore. From time to time, he can show up, but he also just came back from a World Cup. He's old. Whatever you want to say. Regardless, we do need a better right back replacement.
Marshall, can I please interrupt and say that I thought that Zach Kinsella said that it was great that the captain, legend, leader, wonderful, everything, gonna get the appearance, the appearance record. Oh, we need Aspie, right? That's what everybody's saying. But what you're saying is what I've been saying for a while, because I know we agree on this. Aspie doesn't have it anymore. He can't do it. It's no disrespect to him. People get old. This is part of the progression of a person. It's what happens, bro.
I was actually going to ask you guys, do you think Pulisic played a pivotal part in, maybe Havertz having a better performance today? Or even Mount?
Yes.
Havertz and Mount. Let's just say that.
Go ahead, Will.
I think Pulisic is at retaining the ball and like getting out of tricky situations. I don't think we've got a player that comes close to him.
Yeah.
I think he's like a very important component in this team when he does play and when he's on it. And I really hope we keep him because I just have a feeling that if we were to get rid of him in the future, I think it'd bite us in the arse, to be honest.
Hey, can I ask you, is there a reason other than what you just said, which was brilliant, as to why he's the most fouled player on Chelsea?
He takes on players. That's why he takes on. His take-ons are very good. Like generally, when he's on his game, he's able to take on players. Like we saw that. We've seen that before. We saw that when he was, post-COVID. Like that's the one thing I always liked about Pulisic. It's just that he needs to do more of that. And I think if he's able to do that more, I would love to have Pulisic in the
Yeah, I mean that's the point. Everybody on this stream is saying the same exact thing. Pulisic is actually a really good player, and when you are the most foul player, it's because the opposition thinks that you are the danger. You're the danger, so you have to fuck them up. You have to deter their progression up the field. You have to foul them. That is why Pulisic is a target. And that's why I think the Pulisic should stay, because I do think he's a good player. And I think everybody here agrees.
Yeah. He also attacks spaces quite well as well. He's a very good player.
Yeah.
At like in front of goal. He's
It's
always
just, do you know what it is about all of these players we're talking about? It's just the C word, literally the C word, which is consistency and obviously making sure they get enough game time. It literally, that's what it is.
He said "con," and I was like, "Oh, consistency." Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
Hey, can I also say the other C word is creativity?
Oh yeah.
Because
Okay.
no, seriously, because hey, Marshall, fellas, everybody in the panel,
Yes,
we saw it today. The creativity was brilliant.
it was. Yeah, that's the thing. Like even today, like Havertz, you saw what he could do. You saw the creativity that he allowed in the front lines, and you know what? I'll give it to Mason too. Mason had a good game. Appearance today. Yeah, look, I mean, say what you want to say about Mason Mount. I was hoping that today he would prove me wrong, and you know what? He proved me wrong today. He had a brilliant goal, and he was more involved. He was more involved this game.
I was about to say something wild, but I'm gonna keep fighting for now. You know,
I think when you're playing Mason Mount in midfield, you do see a better Mason Mount, but him in attack is just god awful.
Hold on. Marshall. He played ACM in a 4-2-3-1. So fuck what everybody thinks that the formation was. I know what the formation was because I coached it for a very long time. It was a 4-2-3-1. Zakaria and Jorghino behind Mason Mount playing a number 10 with space. Because the space was appropriated by right wing, forward, left wing. They spaced out the center backs and the outside backs of the other team. Mason Mount was allowed space to operate. That is where he's actually pretty good. That's where he's pretty good.
Like Pulisic without injuries is a good player. He's actually talk about his injuries. I've not seen Pulisic get an injury in a while actually.
He hasn't been injured since last January.
Yeah, like he's actually kept his injuries down like a lot, and that's I do like that, man. And now he's actually
Big
starting
up
to
Lewis.
get down.
I think as
No,
well,
but-
like this,
Go ahead.
this performance, I know a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's only Bournemouth." I mean, Bournemouth have had a really good season. I can't even lie. Like,
Yeah.
they're not like the easiest game on paper. We've had quite an awful record against them as well. But yeah, I'm happy.
I put them to be relegated at the start of the season. They proved me wrong.
So did I, Chris. But they just went on a mad run, didn't they? Mad unbeaten run. So I'm just glad we fucking beat them because I despise them. Honestly, I hope they liquidate Bournemouth. You know that pain they've caused me over the years. Honestly.
There's some building resentment right there. Sheesh.
Man,
But,
I like Bournemouth.
But yeah, on the topic of the formation today, I think it worked out really well. I think today, it just in general, that defense, the center back pairing of Koulibaly and Thiago Silva, they held it down. And Thiago Silva, we already know he's always going to hold it down. But after coming out of a World Cup, and that's the other thing too, like. That's the other thing too. Like, I feel like now that the World Cup is done, these players are like willing to actually play ball. I feel like some of them were actually saving themselves for the World Cup, including Koulibaly to a certain extent. And Koulibaly today had a decent performance with Thiago
He
Silva.
did.
I don't know if you guys agree.
By the way, Marshall, look, I think that Koulibaly thrives in the back four, and I also think that Grant Potter thrives in the back four because I think this is what he wants from Chelsea. He wants a 4-2-3-1 from Chelsea. And I think that Koulibaly with Silva, that's a brilliant pairing, at least for the next 18 months. Because I do think that Silva's going to re-sign, and I do want Koulibaly and Silva to be the center back pairing. I do. But the other thing, and I wanted to throw this by you, cover for Reece James. I know that. Hold on.
Yeah.
I know that Reece James is injured. I know that Wesley Fofana is coming back in 2 weeks, I believe.
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that cover for Reece James would be Wesley Fofana at right back.
I could see it
Interesting.
happening. I could see it because
I can't see it, but
I mean, you
don't know.
could sort of make it like a narrower kind of right back and almost make it like a wide.
Yeah, but the reason I say this is because I played both of these positions, and I know that center back is actually the harder position. Right back is the easiest position in football. So, especially because the world is a right-handed intensive world. This game is a right-footed intensive game. And if you played, Wesley at right back, at least to cover Reece James, I think that this is a good move. It could stave off some hasty moves that we would regret otherwise financially down the road.
I mean, financially, I don't think that's.
Could play there.
It's a shout. I prefer us to actually. I hate to say this, but I actually would just prefer Aspie play that. I think at least. Aspie,
Marshall, you're killing me, man.
I just know that at least Aspie can put a defensive shift there.
Why are you doing this to me, Marshall?
What?
The thing is, though, with Fofana, like, again, I don't want to rush him back from injury. Trevor Chalobah, he could do a shift.
Right?
By the way,
before once, I think, and did well.
Trevor Chalobah could also play right back. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to put that responsibility on him just yet. I know he's done so well for the club, but like, what game was it that he played right back? It was this season. He played right back. He had no choice. I just can't remember what game it was. He actually had a decent performance, but I just don't know. I just like it. Just
we're getting to the point. We're getting to the point where it's like Marlang Sarr playing at left back over when Chilwell.
Yeah.
We're getting at that.
No. Come on. Chalobah is better than Marlang Sarr. Come on.
Of course. I mean, in like the desperate situation of it.
No. What I'm saying is that, like, look, I do think that Wesley Fofana is good enough as a footballer to play right back.
I didn't know this. I didn't know Chalobah played
that's
right
why,
back for
that's
Lorient.
why,
I thought it was a
Yeah.
CDM.
Yeah.
He played there as well. Yeah, he played both.
Dude, Chalobah absolutely can play right back, dude.
When he was at Lorient, he was playing multiple positions in it.
All right, then fine. Yeah, I guess Chalobah. I just don't know. Like with me, I as much as Chalobah has always stepped up, I hate putting someone like him, like a youngster, in a very high stakes, situation like that.
I was gonna say quickly. The thing is, the club has already been looking at alternative right back.
Malo Gusto is the guy.
Yeah. So you have to, in some level, trust the club to be able to, make that, use calm heads, and get the suitable replacement for Reece James. Because we also need to remember that listen, I like Reece James, but on some level, we have to now admit that he is an injury-prone player. Like, whether you want him or not. So
yeah,
unfortunately. So yeah, we definitely in January hopefully have to make some moves for a right back, and also maybe start making some moves towards replacing the midfield. But on the topic of the midfield, listen, I think it's about time we put some respect on Jorghino's name.
Oh
arguably,
my God, I love him.
Arguably man of the match. Arguably man of the match today.
Hold on. Marshall. Number one. Jorghino is always going to be a good player. Always.
Yeah.
Number two, the man of the match is Kai Havertz. But number three, if you put Jorghino with a player like Zakaria, who, by the way, deserves proper reconsideration by not just the fan base, but also the coaching staff. Jorghino is always going to be unbelievably good if someone backs him. The backing was Zakaria, and Jorghino again was just good because guess what? Jorghino is one of the best tempo passers I've ever seen. I mean, the guy does what Xavi did. The guy does what Iniesta did. He does the same thing.
Hello.
Yeah, he does the same things.
Comment section.
It's just
Constantly
not
listening to this.
It's just not as good
Comment
as them,
section. Are you listening to this comment section? You have people in the comment section slandering Jorginho over and over and over again.
Are you
Listen.
kidding me? Watch how good he passes. This is one of the best passes.
I'm convinced that if people don't see
Sterling, I think, wasn't it?
yes, the first goal was his build-up play.
Yeah.
He got it to Mason to Sterling to
And second half,
Havertz.
wasn't it, where we missed that chance where he did a good ball and we missed it and he didn't get assist.
Just Jorginho in general was like being creative. He was all over the pitch. He was just involved. And
Hey, Marshall, you know I've been a backer of Jorginho since 2020. I've been in the trenches times. Okay,
Yeah,
I've
the
been-
sorry, man.
Trenches. So
He's
he was
the
bought.
veteran.
He was bought in 2018.
2018. Shit.
We're
yeah.
sorry. He was
This
good on the
guy.
side
Yeah.
too. And
you
people
guys are
hated him.
shameless. You guys are shameless. How many games until Jorginho gets Zakaria injured? Oh, my days.
No.
See,
Marshall.
and this is the argument I had with Alex.
Zakaria was great today.
It's
He
the same
was.
people
But
like
people love to
Zachary.
say, but people love to say that like players like Mount or Zakaria or Kovacic or Kante are hindered because they have to back up Jorginho. It's quite the opposite actually. Very oftentimes Jorginho's the one backing up players like Kai or Mason who lose the ball and Jorginho's there to regain it back.
Would you allow me to retort a little bit here?
Go for it.
Jorginho, again, I will say this, when he has the ball, he's one of the best manipulative passers in the world. He is one of the best switchers of the ball, one of the best vertical passers, and one of the best calming presences when you need possession.
100%,
So,
yeah.
when he is playing the ball to Zakaria, and when he's playing the ball to Sterling and Reece James and everybody else, he's actually the one making their lives easier because that's his job. Now, he does have backing by Zakaria because we were actually playing a 4-2-3-1. It wasn't a 4-1-4-1. It was a 4-2-3-1. Zakaria was playing next to Jorginho, but he was also getting forward when Jorginho passed him the ball because that's what Jorginho does. He makes life easier for everybody else when he has the ball. This is what he does. No one does it better than him. Not even Rodri. Rodri does not pass the ball better than Jorginho. No one does.
And that's the other thing that annoys me too is these people will fucking get on Jorginho for not getting enough assists or creative plays in the game, but at the same token they'll rate Rodri. It's just like, come on, man! Like you're not gonna compare Jorginho to Rodri. Yeah,
Plus,
Rodri's a
it's
solid
like-
CDM, but
it's a stupid comparison because Rodri's not even the same profile. Like people love to claim.
No, but they play the same position.
They do, but like when it comes to
No,
like,
but they're
passing the ball-
completely different
Yeah.
players.
Exactly. Yeah,
But-
100%.
But what I'm saying is that Jorginho, under pressure, he does one touch. Like, y'all ever played the game? You know how hard one touch is under pressure? It's fucking extremely hard.
I fucked up a lot.
Yeah, no shit. Right? You ever play it? You're like, oh, God, I got a one touch. And I have a, oh, my
I like
God.
to take 2 touches.
Everybody loves to take 2 touches because you kind of have to. Because no one's good enough to take 1 touch. He always takes 1 touch.
But this is the
Jorginho
thing.
always takes 1 touch, dude. He's a really good player.
And he's always asking for the ball as well.
Yeah,
But this is the thing,
defense,
right?
midfield.
Marshall,
comment,
what do you got? Marshall, what do you got?
This comment is the thing. If you're playing Jorginho in a single pivot 4 games in a row as per your example, it's like, all right, then let's play Pulisic left wing back. Like let's just start, playing players in positions formations that don't suit them and set them up for failure. Like of course they're gonna fucking not do as well.
I know it's trolling.
Oh, he is trolling.
I know it's trolling,
yeah.
but
no,
people
he's
say-
trolling, but people actually do say that
people
seriously.
Say it, okay. You look at Italy when they won the Euros, he was a single pivot, and you look at Sarri when we won Europa and all that, he was a single pivot. So I always say to that, like, he can't do that. He can do that as well. It's not.
Yeah,
Of course you can do it. That's literally the position of regista. But look, we want to play 4 in the back, so we're gonna play with 2 D mids, 1 attacking mid, 3 forwards, and a traditional back line. And guess what? We did it today, and it looked great. It looked great, guys. Come on.
No, it looks really good, and that's what you said it earlier. I feel like when we have a Jorginho in the team, it helps unlock the rest of the midfield. Like Kovacic can play more freely.
It unlocks our
Ante can play
build
more
up
freely.
everywhere. Like even from like the especially in the first stage of like build up, he's just perfect. Whether he's combining with the right side, the left side, down the middle, he can do it all.
Yeah, it's just off ball movement is really like the modus operandi of a D mid is that you always there was this moment where Koulibaly received the ball at the corner of the 18, our defensive third, right? And he was looking for a pass, and Jorginho shifted 5 yards from the left to the right of a defender that was marking him, immediately got open. Off ball movement. Just brilliant stuff, right? And that is what you want in the center mid. The problem with Jorginho, and everybody knows it, is that he's slow. He's slow.
He's not bad to face.
Yeah. Man, I feel like you got a lot to say. I feel like you don't agree with a few things that are being said about Jorginho here. You've been pretty quiet, man.
Listen, you know me.
I'm on that. Can you at least respect?
No, I like Jorginho. Everyone here knows that already. He just me. Marshall's.
Hold on. Can you at least respect? Ahmed?
Yeah.
That I don't speak unless I actually mean it, and I also know what I'm talking about. Please respect that.
Hey, fair enough, man.
Yeah.
I haven't really disagreed with you, to be honest, so it's all good. No, but for me, you know me, you know my view about Jorginho. Jorginho he's a good CDM to have. I like his forward passing. That's the one thing I've always liked about Jorginho. In terms, so for me, that's not the problem in it. You know, I think if he has someone like a good box to box, someone that's able to do some of the legwork that he isn't able to do, you know, then we're fine. And you know, Zakaria, he can do that job. He's a good player, but we can do better than Zakaria at the end of the day.
But would you want to keep him as an option?
Yes, yeah. I've already said that. Like, we can't lose both Jorginho and Kante at the same time. Like,
no. What I'm asking is, would you like to keep Zakaria as an option? No, I'm asking.
Oh, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I think for me, I want to see a bit more of him before I can sort of make that decision. Because if I'm the club right now, I've only seen him essentially play like almost 3 times now. Once in the Carabao, once in the Champions League, and now his debut in the Premier League. Right?
You're right, but at the same time, Graham Potter has just gotten a lot of chances to see him. Right? He has now said, "Okay, I can now see this player in training. I can see this player for who he is." Graham Potter came in. I mean, he didn't loan Zakaria to Chelsea, man. That was not his call, right? But he started him today. This was a big game. This was a must-win game, bro. I'm in.
Yeah,
this
we
was
needed
a must-win
to win.
game. We had to win, and he started Zakaria. That matters. Okay, so I would like to think that we would at least reconsider his loan option, maybe loan him for another year. Seriously, I want to see a little bit more, but he hasn't been given a fair shake.
Okay, that's fair enough. I don't deserve. Fair enough. For me, as a fan, obviously, I'm more of the wait and see approach, if that makes sense.
That's fair. No, I'm asking the same thing.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, like, I think someone's actually said his name already in the comments. Like, he's from Bristol Mönchengladbach. Like Mano Kone, he would be like
Kone.
He would be a very good player to obviously get into the club, and he would actually fit into Potter's system as well. And he's a good player. He could be an automatic first teamer. He's 21 years old. He's got I think he's in his second or third season now. Mönchengladbach. He's quality, man. I can tell you that. I can tell you that for sure.
Well, now, do you seriously think that age matters? Because I just don't.
No. With Kone in particular, no. I would say no. Age does not matter. I think in certain like where you play, sometimes it may matter. I would argue it may matter, but not always.
I think that after 20, I think you're pretty established.
Yeah, I would agree. And look, I don't know much about this player, but right now,
Marshall, I'll say he's not bad, man. The Mönchengladbach player, he's not bad.
Yeah, I trust you guys when it comes to like player choices and all that.
I know there's also these random rumors now that have come up today about apparently
Enzo Fernandez.
Enzo
Oh
Fernandez.
yeah, that come up. We'll see what's going on with that one.
Yeah,
I don't know because we can't be linked with Rafael Leao, and João Felix and Enzo and all these players. Like I
And
think
Rice as well.
they're all just in Vardio. Like they're all over 100 euros and pounds players. Like
Hey Marshall, it's almost like they think we have an unlimited budget. Oh, pay the fee, right, Marshall? Pay the fee, right? It's like no, not really.
Yeah, no, like see, this is what I'm saying to you. Like, as you get older, obviously you get more realistic. But I think all of us here, we're grown adults. We know that we don't have this level of unlimited budget. But that's what I'm saying to you. If Leao's 120, Enzo 120 million, and then who's the other player that you forgot? Felix is probably going to be a mandatory 86 million as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's only like three positions, and we need more.
Ahmed, it's not about unlimited budget, because I actually promise you that if we really were allowed to spend it, we would have an unlimited budget. It's not that. It's the financial fair play is actually coming back.
yeah, I was just about to say FFP.
It's not, dude. It's not about Todd Bowley not having enough money, because Clear Lake Capital, again, the backing bank that we have is like 70 billion. I mean, you're talking about a couple $100 million, dude. That's pennies. It is not that. It is quite literally. We're gonna have somewhat of a salary cap where we need to justify our spending by our revenue. We have to. So it can't just be Chelsea. Oh, 120 million for Guardiola. Oh yeah, that's no problem, bro. No problem. Really? That's a major problem.
Wait, this is a question to you guys. Does that link then to our... Because I'm not 100% sure on how financial fair play works. So does that link back to potentially building a better and bigger stadium?
So, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, those are business expenses. Those are not salary cap expenses. It's the same where if you were to fire a coach, the money that you would owe the coach, that's not a cap hit. That's an American term, sorry, but that's not a cap hit. No, definitely not. No, expenditures were financial fair play. The original rule is this: you have to be able to justify over a 3-year period your revenue versus your expenditures. That is what financial fair play was. It was suspended during COVID, but it's come back, and it's come back because you have teams like Benfica asking for 120 million for Enzo Fernandez. Seriously.
Yeah, the market's actually wild right now.
Like the market broke, as I've always maintained, after Paul Pogba. The Paul Pogba deal broke.
No, I think it was Neymar.
No, because the Pogba. I think the Pogba deal was the precursor to Neymar. That's why I've always said the Pogba deal was the one before.
I think the one that broke it again was Mbappe, and we made a video on that. If you guys want to watch that, I think Mbappe broke it again.
No,
it's actually kind of crazy how football has changed, because you used to be able to buy Diego Costa and Fabregas 30 million each and in their primes, and now how much would they be worth?
Think about it, Ahmed.
No.
Think about it.
The Mbappe deal happened after Neymar, though. That's the thing. Mbappe.
It did, but the only person that comes close to that Mbappe deal is probably Messi. You know?
Marshall, I have to ask you.
The player power.
Hey, no, it's not just that. Although, good question. Are any of these players really worth that? Because my answer is no. They're just not.
It's only a few players. Only you could probably justify maybe a Neymar and a Messi.
So again, the only 100. Look, I've said this before. I was giving shit about it, but again, yesterday justified my opinion because I think he's the best attacking center mid in the world. There are 2 players in this world that are worth $100 million. Number one, obviously, Kylian Mbappe, best player in the world. Everybody knows that. No disagreement, right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. I have a number 2. And fuck you guys if you don't agree. It's Martin Odegaard. It's Martin Odegaard.
Oh, Odegaard.
It's Martin Odegaard.
Wait, elaborate. I need you to elaborate.
I think the Martin Odegaard is the second coming of Zinedine Zidane. And I also believe that Martin Odegaard is the #1 ACM in an old school system because Arteta is playing an old school system. I think that Martin Odegaard is the best ACM in Europe and, in fact, the world, because if you're the best ACM in Europe, you're the best ACM in the world. This is one of the best players I've seen since Zidane at that position. And so there are only 2 $100 million players in the world. And one is Mbappe. Number 2 is Martin Odegaard. The problem is that Arsenal will never sell. And the problem also is that Madrid didn't think he was good enough. But he's 23. He's the captain of the team. And they're going to win the league. And he's going to become probably player of the EPL season.
Chris, you wanna rebut?
No, like it's the win the league part, man. Like they lost their best attacker now.
Wait,
so.
that's the part you disagree with? The win the league part?
Oh, Zidane, I don't see. You never know.
I was gonna say.
I know. I don't want to say no because you never know. He could be maybe.
But Marshall, you have to understand. Like, I don't like bullshit. I'm not here for bullshit.
I know you're not.
I also love you to hear you say that, man.
It's just like I look, and this is by no means. I'm not by no means shitting on Odegaard. I think Odegaard is a good player, and he's having a fantastic season. But there's 3 seasons before that too, where the man was competing with Emil Smith Rowe for a hot minute until finally.
No. By the way, I'm a huge fan of Emil Smith Rowe as well.
You're an Arsenal fan, Carlito? Are you just not telling us, man?
Hold on, fuck off.
He's just are you gonna tell me?
Are you kidding me?
I'm kidding.
I don't know. It sounds like it.
Although I will admit, Ketia did have a solid goal yesterday.
Yeah. By the way, he was set up by Martin Odegaard. No, what I'm saying is that he's 23. He's 23. He operates like Ozil, but he's bigger and faster. This is a different type of guy. All right, so what I'm saying is that I just feel like there are only 2 $100 million players in the world. That's all I'm saying. And the third would probably be Reece James if he didn't get injured all the time.
I think Reece James definitely be the best right back in the world if he wasn't so injured.
Right back. Best player. What are you saying? Right back.
No, but he's a right back. I'm just saying right back.
Yeah, right back. Show me a better player when he can play the amount of games Martin Odegaard can play. Then I'll talk.
That's an interesting take, Carlito. That's an interesting take.
Because if Reece James was healthy all the time, this guy would be up for the Ballon d'Or. So there's a difference.
He has to win something.
Well, look, I don't care about goals
and
assists. Marshall, people look at goals and assists as the assistant of a player. I do not. And I'm sure you don't either. I
don't think it's the right way to always look at a player to say he's good.
No, I would say watch the player. That would be
It's a mixture of eye test and a bit of GA, of course. Yeah, you gotta have a balance between 2. I feel.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that who was the Italian center back that won Ballon d'Or when 2006 for Italy?
Cannavaro.
Okay, goals and assists really limited. No goals, no assists, none of that shit. So what are we talking about? Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, football was a different sport back then. Now I feel like people do look at that so much.
Luka Modric, 2018. Luka Modric, 2018. So the game is actually not that different. Luka Modric, goals and assists. Just, it was more along the lines of you just had to watch Luka Modric play for Real Madrid and for Croatia and say, wow, he's better than everybody else. I don't need goals and assists to say that he's good. I just have to watch him and say, fuck, he's good.
It's the same with Iniesta as well.
100%.
Fair.
I think I read the other day that John Terry has more goals than Busquets and Iniesta combined.
Oh yeah, Xavi and Iniesta don't have that many goals.
It's not
between them.
Yeah, matter at all.
With them, it was just they were the pre-assisters. They were like the conductors, essentially. That's all they were.
All they were.
No. As in, when they were playing.
A large part.
That was basically the main thing they were doing. Essentially, yeah. That's what I meant.
I disagree with that.
Marshall, you remember the Bronx is Burning, where Reggie Jackson said he's the straw that serves the drink. That was Andres Iniesta. The straw that stirs the drink.
Are we talking the Yankees? I'm not really good with the with Yankee history. I'm sorry.
No,
You lost me on that one, Carlito.
No, what I'm saying is that, it doesn't matter if you score goals and assists. It matters how much you impact the game.
You impact the game. Yeah. Which, goes back to what we're saying about what started this before we derailed was Jorghino.
Oh, shit! You're talking
Yeah,
about
we were
someone
talking
that's...
about
So if you have a
impacting
straw,
the game.
So here's the deal. You put a little bit of ice in a cup, right? You put maybe a little bit of vodka, a little bit of vermouth. I don't know, maybe an olive, right? All that stuff.
Okay.
And then you put a straw. You put a straw in there. And that straw stirs everything else around, makes everything cohesive, makes everything together. That's a demon move, right? That's the guy that brings everything together, deliciously mixing everything. That's Jorghino. That's the analogy, bro. The straw that stirs the drink. That's the analogy.
What an analogy. I mean, I've been wanting to ask you guys today, in today's game, what did you think of Sterling? Because if I had to give my honest opinion on Sterling's appearance today, he had some good moments, but he wasn't overall that impressive. I feel like his form has dropped drastically ever since Tuchel left. Yeah, in my opinion, yeah.
I thought
Since Tuchel left,
I think this was his best performance, in a while.
Definitely.
Definitely was an improvement, especially from the right wing, but still not peak level. I feel like he wasn't finding himself in that many dangerous situations. He did get an assist today.
Because he's been playing wing back. It's because he's been playing wing back, Marshall, under Potter. Potter's been playing left wing back. That's why Sterling's not. He's not in those dangerous spots, those positions in the box, and those golden opportunities, or even getting an assist or something. He has to play somewhere higher up. I feel that's why he did so well at City, because he's always in the box and everything. That's where we need to play.
He's in
Sterling.
attacking position.
And I will say, Sterling hasn't been amazing this season, but he hasn't been the worst in our attack. And I think if we play him more consistent, up front with a Pulisic and Kai Havertz or whoever, and we'll see a better Sterling, I think, for sure.
Was he phenomenal?
What? He was really good today, I thought. He even got assist today. Yeah, he got assist today.
So you know what? It's one of those things how when you're watching a game, sometimes you pay attention to one player closer than the other. It could be one of those things where I was just so impressed, and I felt like I just got oxygen back to my brain when I just saw how well Kai Havertz played today. I didn't notice too much of
he did get assist today,
Sterling.
Assist as well today, Mark.
He did. I'm just so used to Sterling, getting more shots on goal, going more to, attacking
more direct,
more directness from him.
I think he was a lot better in the first half. I thought he was really good in the first half, and I thought he was okay in the second.
I feel like in the second half, though, Reece James, when he came off, everyone kind of just dropped off a little bit, especially Pulisic. Pulisic was invisible towards the end.
Yeah, I feel like Reece is so crucial for us.
It's really unfortunate, too.
He is basically a top 2 threat for us, man. He's a top 2 threat for us, man.
Top 2, sorry?
Yeah. Other than our attackers, of course, innit? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. My dog's going crazy, sorry, 1 sec.
Marshall, I don't know if we're going to mention him. I don't know how long I can
Go
stay.
for it.
So I was just going to mention him. I thought Cucurella, for the most part, was fantastic.
I did plan on
really
picking him
good.
up, actually. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. Cucurella, he had a good game today, and he needed it because in recent weeks he's been, questionable, shaky, excuse me, a little inconsistent. So yeah, go ahead and say what you want to say about Cucurella, Will.
I think I was a massive advocate for Cucurella, as a lot of people were. I think he's just an exceptional player. I think he's been very good defensively for us this year. I still think obviously his final ball here and there could be improved on, but in build up in the first phase, I don't think there's many left backs better. In some situations, I was thinking today, we've got to keep this guy fit, because when Chilwell's back and quote unquote fit again and whatever, in some of the situations that Cucurella was in today, I think Chilwell would fold.
So I really think Cucurella is just is
Okay.
important to us. I really do.
You mean full defensively or attacking?
No.
Oh.
I think Chilwell in build-up is nowhere near Cucurella. Like, nowhere near. I think Chilwell can run very well. I think he's good in the air. I think he's got a good strike on him. But Cucurella, I think, is so important for us. It's like so important.
So this was the same player that a lot of people wanted him gone. Interesting.
Oh, I've never said that about Cucurella. Never. This guy's really good. I don't know why people even like wanted to throw him under the bus to start with. To be honest, he's had a few bad games.
I can because Chelsea fans are stupid. That's fine.
Fair. True. Ahmed, you had some contention with that statement.
Chilwell was a good player, man.
He's a very good player.
Joe is a good player.
Listen, I just want to start. I just want to obviously just say that first before.
Yeah.
Like defensively, when he was under Tuchel, I felt like he was a lot better than he was at obviously Leicester. He had a lot more, and he had a lot more help or backup when he, of course, with a back three behind him. So I think maybe it's because he hasn't played in a back four maybe in a while that maybe Chilwell hasn't been at his best. You've also got an injury and now yet another injury that he's coming back from. So, it is tough on a player mentally, and like there's obviously that thing in the back of your head, I don't want to do my knee again. So I think with Chilwell, again, it's just time waiting for him to get back.
Yeah. So I mean, I can't disagree with what Ahmed's saying there at all. I feel like it's fair. I think you guys are both right. I think with Chilwell going through what he's going through right now with the whole injury, recovering from the new injury, and then readapting to this new way of playing because he had to adapt to playing the back three as a wing back, and he did so well until he was injured or until he got injured, and then now he's coming back and he has to adapt back to the old way of playing under Potter's system. So it is a lot on the player, but at the same time, it's almost I'm very grateful that at least we got a backup for Chilwell. And we got Cucurella as the backup. So in a sense, like being that Cucurella is our backup, I think we're okay with Cucurella back there. And today he showed it today.
Marshall.
We're not even as a backup, but like there's competition.
Marshall, can I just say this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a copier. Never been one in my life. I'm 34 years old. I've never copied anybody in my life. But I'm going to look at Man City and I say that they have 2 players for every single position. There are 11 positions on the field. That is 22 starters that you need. And I am totally fine with Marc Cucurella and Ben Chilwell fighting it out for a left back in a 4-2-3-1. I don't see a problem. When Ben Chilwell comes back from his hamstring, I don't see a problem. What's the problem?
I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to say that Chilwell's bad or anything. I'm not.
By the way, he's not bad. He's a very good player. So I'm actually not having that at all. Like Ben Chilwell was one of the reasons we won Champions League final. He's one of the reasons we got to the Champions League final. So I'm not interested in anybody saying he is a bad player. That is fucking bullshit. And there's revisionist history from people that are prisoner of the moment. And you know who is a prisoner of the moment? Young people and irrational people. That's what happens. Sorry, Marshall.
I forgot what.
No, you don't have to apologize to me. I mean, Will's not even saying that either. So I mean, I think
no, I'm not.
No,
I'm not.
Yeah, I understand. It's just general people who are willing to throw Chilwell under the bus and just like the same people who haven't seen Jorghino World Cup are throwing him under the bus. Same people who want to throw other players under the bus, and they're all stepping up. So it's just like, you forget to respect certain players. Because maybe you haven't seen him in a while.
Obviously, I know Carlito's not going. I know. I get what you say. I agree with him. Like for people that don't rate Chilwell at all, I think that is it's stupid because he's a very good player to have in the squad, 100%. I'm more saying about how highly I rate Cucurella. I just think he's so.
No. You know what he really is good at? He's so crisp. When he gets ball, bam, makes that pass. Right? Yeah. He's very decisive. First touch, really good. You know, Ben Chilwell's more contemplative when he gets the ball. Like, he's more of a thinker. Cucurella is like, get it, go. Get it, go.
Which we saw a lot of in that first half. The amount of times that we would connect from the back of the pitch and move it forward in one touch, like that's what we were looking for, right? More quicker transitions from back to front. You know, Jorghino or through Zakaria or through Chilwell, through Reece. All those balls went to the attackers quick.
Boom, boom, boom.
Giving them the space to do through balls and create and have attacks. And that's where like players like Pulisic benefited a lot. That's where players like Havertz benefited a lot today. And even, you know, you saw Mount benefit from it. And, you know, I didn't see too much, but actually, no, I did see it actually plenty of times. Sterling would benefit from some runs that Havertz would find him in. You know?
You're not gonna be able to walk that one back, Marshall. I know you said he didn't play well today.
Look, I didn't think he was as good. I don't think he was phenomenal. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he was phenomenal, but he had some moments.
Fellas, Marshall is trying to walk back.
I gave him credit for the assist.
I thought you said he didn't do that good though.
I gave him credit for the assist.
I swear you said he wasn't that good though.
I didn't think he was like that good. I didn't think like he was phenomenal. I think he was had an okay game.
No, but before that comment though, you said he wasn't that great though.
Casually FC, please mark this down. Marshall is trying to moonwalk his comments back.
Listen.
I prefer really not to. If I speak, I am in big trouble.
You said you didn't focus on Sterling too much. You focused on Kai a lot.
Yeah, and Kai passed it to Sterling, and nothing happened. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know, I'm just saying. But overall, like, also, you know, how do you guys feel about like overall this win in general? Like, are you gassed up about it? Or do you want to have reservations because it is Bournemouth? And yeah, to a certain extent, I agree with Chris. I am surprised. I wasn't expecting much today.
Nottingham Forest is the next one. If you can do what we did.
That's why you're in the show, man. Ahmed, I appreciate you, man. You're bringing up the next topic already.
See, listen, man. That's why I have.
We don't rehearse these things.
We just beat Bournemouth, who are actually a lot better than Nottingham Forest, who are losing.
No. There's a difference though. I feel like if we can do the same thing to Bournemouth that we did to Nottingham Forest, because the problem last season, the season before, was against the bottom and very weak teams with the low blocks, we weren't breaking them down and being able to beat them, and that's what we need to do right now.
True. I mean, do you guys go into that Forest game with the same exact lineup, pretty much, minus Reece, depending on that injury?
I go Reece again.
I think. The thing is, I think previous managers, just need to go with like who they believe in on the day against certain opposition. I don't like this whole thing of because they played well one game, we got to play the exact same one again. But I know that's how you sometimes build consistency and things like that. But I think whatever Potter thinks we've got to do against Forest, just do that. Don't focus necessarily as much on the results against other teams. You got
use the tools, use the tools that you need. Basically, use the tools that are gonna win you the game. It doesn't matter. Like obviously, you know, you've got that degree in emotional what's it called? Awareness, whatever.
Intelligence,
emotional intelligence. So just use that, but make sure to at the end of the day, you're telling them, this is the tools that I need. You're the player that I'm going to need. Yeah, this is your chance. Shine.
Wouldn't you argue that this attack just looks so fluid and
it's very balanced? Yeah, it's
very balanced that it would be wise to go into that Forest game with the same exact attack.
Wow.
So who's going to replace in a way?
So Marshall, are you saying that? So Marshall, are you saying that? Wow, Kai Havertz at attack at the number 9, and you've got you know a true winger. So Pulisic and Sterling, true wingers, right? With Kai Havertz, a mobile guy that moves around like Harry Kane, and you have 2 true wingers next to him. Wow, you think that's a successful formation and a formula for success? Oh my God! Who would have thought that? 2 real wingers and Kai. Wow, that actually works. No fucking shit, it works, dude.
Hey yo,
are you kidding me? Watch more football if you don't fucking get it. Jesus Christ! It's obvious. It's obvious.
I see what Ahmed said. So apparently we're in talks with Felix, but nothing has moved. We'll see what happens with that.
Hey,
We'll
by
see.
the way, I'm willing to test drive that car. I ain't gonna buy it, but if I fuck with the car, you know, my girlfriend likes it. She see a spacious back seat. I'm cool with buying it after I test drive it. That's the same way I feel about Felix. Why not? Why not?
There you go.
I
maybe a
love
loan.
these
Maybe a
loan option to buys. I love them deals because
Yeah,
then,
not obligation. Option.
yeah. It's like the
Yeah, but I'm
Carlito
pretty
one.
sure they're
The
gonna try to
Carlito
sell.
is
Brilliant.
Because the thing of like Felix is apparently it's come out today that United don't have the funds to even do the loan for him. So I don't know what is going on. That they didn't even have enough money to even get him on a loan. So I don't know what's happening there, man. So hey,
No, he needs to get out of that club. Him and Simeone are having a really bad falling out there. So
I mean,
That's what
Marshall,
happens.
it was the club, it was the coach, it was the player. They all said we're leaving. So
Bro,
we
just for a
we
contract.
actually kind of have them by the balls.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll
I
see what
think-
happens.
Can't lie. I think we'll get one alone.
Why
If we
not?
do get him on a loan,
Why
though,
not?
like, well, I mean, listen, I didn't say this. The Telegraph said it. Mason Mount, he gets dropped. Like,
Yeah! Coming on a year! Woo!
what did they say?
Oh my
when did they say
days.
this?
Yeah!
I don't know.
baby!
I heard a lot of celebrations. I heard
the
Mason Mount
Telegraph
cele-
said this, and it was not that long.
I think
I'll send you the
I
link.
think it was a fake. I think
It's
it was
a fake. It's a
parody.
fake. It's a fake account.
By the way,
No way.
it was
gonna look it
100% a
up.
fake. I do not apologize for my celebration.
You motherfuckers had me. These motherfuckers on my Discord actually got me. That's hilarious. I have to look at this again, but
Hey, Marshall,
Yeah.
you got to be banning some mods on your Discord.
Daniel got me. You got people on my Discord getting me. Everyone's just getting me today, man.
And Marshall, maybe get a Twitter account, bro.
Oh,
Just a
3-0
thought.
United.
No.
Oh
no,
my
no, no.
god, what a banger! What a banger!
Hey, Marshall, the offer's still there. I'll run your Twitter account if you want. If you don't want to have it yourself.
All right. I gotta think about it like more.
Well, you can-
as if I haven't thought about it for the
This has
past
been like an offer
fucking
that's
4
been on the
months.
table for about a year, Marshall.
I still gotta think
It's
about it.
literally free, Marshall. What else to think about?
Many things. Like this tweet, if this is real or not. If you guys can inspect this for me.
By the way, let's be very clear, people. Marshall has a burner account.
Yeah, he does.
No, I don't.
He does.
I
No,
used to.
you
I deleted it.
want-
I deleted it. I used to. I deleted it.
Yeah.
ever
No,
saw-
no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
No one deletes
Not real?
Twitter,
Okay.
Marshall.
I actually forgot what it was called. Obviously, we won't repeat it, but we won't repeat it.
Oh, I think it was like fucking something to do with Poch because I was on a
Yeah.
Poch agenda at the
Buddy,
time.
you don't get this news without having a Twitter account.
No, of course I do. I don't need to have a Twitter account.
No,
I'll share- I'll share with-
You just have a burner.
I'll
account.
share with
know
you
you-
guys.
Marshall has his
I don't have a
minion,
burner account. I'll
they-
share with you
like,
guys.
They just feed him new.
Oh,
See?
did
don't
Casemiro?
Twitter account. What happened? Did I lose you guys? Oh, okay.
No.
Hello?
See?
Testing 1,
No,
2, 3.
don't need a Twitter account. No.
Hey,
nothing here.
Marshall, Fabrizio Romano, got something for you.
Oh shit.
Chelsea have held.
I'm gonna just stop doing this. There we go. All right.
Marshall is
Chelsea
like-
have held talks with Jorge.
Yeah.
Jorge
Oh,
Mendes.
you must
Sorry.
you stole from me, mother.
I said it first. Listen, I put a tweet in the text message. All right? I put that message. in
You
the
got
chat.
me. You got me. You got me. All right,
Yeah.
you got me. All right.
No, you can go.
All right. So
Sorry.
Marshall, read the fucking tweet for God's sake, because
Yes.
it matters. Let's go. Read the fucking tweet.
All right, George. The
By
one
the
I
way,
would say,
this has
George
been a
Mendes
great.
has
This has
held
been a great
talk-
stream.
It's a
been
chill
great
stream. Look, this is us being happy. Chelsea finally win a game, and we're just hanging. And we're having a good time. Okay, 16 points behind
No,
Arsenal. It's
put the
okay. It's
fuck
okay.
in
We'll
with
catch
it.
up eventually.
I'm in disbelief we actually won 2-0. Clean sheet as well.
Jorge Mendes has held talks with English club over João Felix, including Chelsea. However, nothing has advanced at the moment. This is coming from Fabrizio Romano on YouTube.
Oof, oof, oof.
So we'll
Fine.
see. We'll see
Right,
what happens.
I need to contain myself. You know,
And,
Felix.
and then the absolute Chelsea tweet that I was trying to show you guys, but my internet's moving
Fake
mad is
account, fake
the
account.
It says the arrival of João Felix will signal the end of Mason Mount's time at
Marshall,
Chelsea.
click on that.
Mac McGrath.
Marshall, that was 100% a fake account.
Bro, I red flags as soon as I saw it. 'Cause like, there's no way he said that. That's crazy. I can't believe he said that. And I was like, okay, maybe it's real. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And I'm over here
Yo,
kind of
dude,
defending
all
Mason
you
Mount.
have
Like,
to do-
hey, they said the same thing about Kai Havertz.
So, Marshall, all you have to do is you have to click on the link, and when it says 312 followers, that's kind of a red flag, dog. Sad.
Oh dear.
Damn, I can't.
Oh dear.
Oh, I see it. No, maybe I don't. I don't know. These, even the people he's following, they have followers. This is interesting. I don't know. If it's real, then shit,
Yo, by the
man.
way,
these journalists are getting ballsy, bro.
Sterling got man of the match.
Yeah,
No, he
yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
Hold
Yeah,
that.
Did he really?
Yeah, on
Firm
Amazon
that
Prime,
L,
you got man to
Marshall.
match.
Hold
Yeah,
it.
on
Oh, I
Amazon
see the
Prime,
absolute
you got
Chelsea
man of the
accounts.
match.
There we go. Oh man, listen, man. They don't respect Jorghino out here. I don't
No,
appreciate.
they
this.
don't respect Kai. You guys all hate Kai Havertz.
No, I love
Where's the
Kai.
hate,
He's my
man?
favorite player.
He's your favorite
What are you
player.
talking about? Yes, you've known this.
That's a
Why
bad
are you
take. That's
asking?
bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Why?
I'm
Listen, it's not as bad as your Everton ace take, okay? Stop.
I would
It
say
might,
buy
it
him
might
bio.
be worse. It might be worse.
Worse than your Everton 8th place
Yeah.
take.
Oh, Chris, we need to have a conversation about that fully.
Well, the season's not over, Will.
Yeah, but
Second coming, the second coming of Frank Lampard
Yeah,
coming.
Lampard's over though.
When he gets sacked, that his season's gonna be over.
The second coming of Frank Lampard's coming. Don't worry.
Who?
Frank Lampard. The second coming of
What
Lampard.
do you mean the second coming of Frank Lampard? He's
He's coming.
He's gonna be at the job centre in 3 months, Chris. So that's all we know.
Oh, you never know, man. He was actually 8th 1 point in the season. And
What?
then
He
it just
match
went
week
went
three.
shit.
Was it
Hey,
match
No,
three,
no,
Chris?
it's like a few matches in, man.
All right, the Frank Lampard thing is stupid. Marshall, may I say one thing?
Go for it, bro.
Chelsea have held talks with Jorge Mendes over João Felix per Fabrizio Romano. So, look, I'll have to say this. I think he's a great player. He's 5'11". He has played in a team that is strictly counterattack in a way that is almost oppressive football. You know, they are so anti-progressive. It's insane. And this is a player that, you know, he's fancy. He's creative. He wants to dribble. He wants to go. He's fast. He wants to attack. All this shit. He's playing on a team that is antithetical to the quite literal ethos that is him. So my point is this. If he plays on a team that digs his style, why not? Why not give him a test run? Why not, man?
So
He would fit into what we want.
Here's my main issue with João Felix, because I don't want João Felix at the club personally. I am not.
Okay,
I'm not about
but you're gonna have to convince me, dog.
I am gonna have to convince you, and it's not gonna take much. But here's the thing about João Felix. He's injury prone. I can pull up his history of injuries, and you've seen that every season he's had injuries that have taken out of have had him taken out of long patches of the season for Atletico Madrid. Mind you, I understand that Atletico Madrid, they play a more aggressive style of football, you know, and
No. I said oppressive style.
no, but I'm saying they play a more aggressive style of football, which could lead to him getting more injured more often. That being said, take the injuries aside. I just don't think if we can't get the best out of Havertz in this Chelsea team, I don't see how we get the best. Not everybody does get injured, but there's injuries and then injury-prone players. Conte's an injury-prone player.
Yeah, but
João Felix
hold on,
is an
hold
injury-prone
on.
player.
Hold on.
I'll pull it up.
Atletico Madrid plays the same Conte style suffer ball. They play defend, don't press, all this stuff, wait for mistakes, and then counter. That is not indicative of the style of play that he has. That's not indicative of the profile player that he is.
I understand, but I think João Felix is one of those players that, like Kai Havertz, benefits a lot from having the ball, which is why I've always vouched for Havertz to be playing as a number 10. I think number 10 is his best position. Arguably today, he did drop down as a 10 a few times. He got the ball
it's
more
almost
often.
like he played like Harry Kane. It's almost like he played like Harry Kane. Crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, when he has the ball more often, when he can drop down to the defense and help support and build up play and move the ball forward, progress the ball forward, pass the ball forward, and not just try to wait and receive the ball, you see a different types of Kai Havertz. He's a lot more involved in the game. We don't play Kai Havertz in that position. Why the fuck would we play João Felix in that position?
No, because João Felix would be playing on the left.
You think as a left winger he's as effective than as a cam? Because right now, like, I guess you're right there.
Here's my other point is that
he's been forced as a striker in
yes,
Madrid, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, no, yes. So the point is that it would be João Felix left, Kai Havertz right, Christopher Nkunku ACM, and on the right, pick your poison.
Hakim Ziyech.
Okay.
Because guess what? Hey, because come hell or high water, Nkunku is joining this team.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
By the way, Felix has only had two injuries, and one of them was only from November 18th to December the 1st.
Since he's joined Atletico, he's only had 2 injuries.
No,
What?
I'm talking about just from last season, and he's only had.
I'm talking about his career in Atletico, not just last season.
I'm just looking at Atletico. This is the first season. He's not had that many. He's only had 2.
Oh, so was Marshall being hyperbolic? Will also be disingenuous. No, were you being disingenuous?
Like you had a muscle injury on April the 18th. That's basically end of the season.
Oh, Marshall! Oh no!
Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now because I had it.
Oh
pulled
no!
up the day. I was ready to have this argument when this is fresh, but now I'm not.
That is
injury.
Dude, transfer market has all of the injuries for all the players.
They do.
Yeah, and
it's a
muscle
good
injury.
site.
Muscle injury from November the 18th to December the 1st. That was the other injury.
What's that, like 2 weeks? Around
2 weeks. And then there was like and then there was this one. There was like.
All right, Marshall, I have it right here.
There was 4 days for coronavirus.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm stupid when it comes to transfer market.
Here we go.
No, I'm not having an agenda. He's as injury prone as Dembele. People were arguing not bringing Dembele for injury.
Who?
João Felix. João Felix is as injury prone as
I don't think he
Dembele.
does.
No way, Mark.
In 2020 to 2021.
So he's had some major injuries. Marshall was right. So July 2.
Oh, but it's an agenda. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, all of you. You're all great. You're my best
Oh
friend.
no. These are summer. Oh wow. No. You can't use summer.
It's summer. That don't count. I don't even know if I'm playing in the summer.
All right, hold on. Let me pull this shit up now.
April 18th to July 21. July 1.
Well, actually, this summer.
74 days. So that's half that is the summer. That doesn't count. Yeah, just Knicks. Marshall, just Knicks.
Like the 2020
July 2 to September 11th. You can only count that for half.
Well, Marshall,
the end of the season still counts, though, guys.
So Marshall, here goes.
Yeah, but Dembele is still more injury guy.
Game Smith.
All right, maybe I'm being hyperbolic there, but
Marshall. Game Smith total. Here we go. Big injuries. Game Smith 6, 1, 3, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3. That's it.
Dembele.
All right, it's not as much as Dembele. Fine, I was being hyperbolic with Dembele, but he's still
don't be
injury prone.
Then don't be hyperbolic.
I still think he's an injury prone player.
Marshall, but don't you understand that I have a problem with people on YouTube that are hyperbolic about transfer fees, injury stuff, everything in between, salaries, where they either make it larger or smaller to fit their argument. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please.
I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to tell you.
You did. Yeah, but Marshall, you did.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Prime Series going to argue with me or not when he figures out his thing.
I was gonna bounce, so I shall see you
All right, Ahmed. Thanks for being part of this.
Have a nice
Gakpo. Gakpo.
Prime.
Get the fuck out.
Prime, are you here to defend me or are you
Walla
here to drown me?
No, Prime's gonna put you through a dialectic because he thinks he's fucking Socrates. Tell me about his attributes. Tell me about what he's good at. Give me his top 5 attributes. Tell me everything in between. That's what Prime does.
Why are you saying it in English accent? Prime, I can't hear you if you're talking. Are you there?
No,
Oh,
the
yeah.
guy's fucking link sucks.
Oh man, the silent killer Prime.
No,
Listen.
look. I didn't mean to shit on you, Marshall.
No, I don't care. I'm here for the smoke. I'm always here for the smoke.
No. I wouldn't bet the Joe Felix thing if I didn't think that it was just a test drive. I just want a test drive, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind him being here on the loan and seeing how it goes. I think he's a talented player. I'm not denying that at all. I think he's a very talented player. It's just I'm worried about the injuries, which I saw a lot of red when I looked it up in transfer market, but I can't seem to find it now because I'm stupid. So it is what it is. These things happen.
I'm not worried about the injuries. I'm just worried about, like, I know we're saying he'll fit on the left and everything.
Look, hey, Marshall, I just sent it in the top chat. There it is. Click on that, and it'll show you what his injuries are. And it said that they, did not miss a lot of games, actually.
Seems like he did. All right. Maybe I had to take into consideration when the injuries were. I never usually do that. I just look at oh, he was injured. Okay.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild how that works. Numbers.
Trying to find my goddamn fucking YouTube shit. Here it is. Okay, let me click on this.
Go ahead, man. Because the biggest amount is 6 games. Whoops.
Big up, Alex. What's going on, brother?
What's up?
Hey.
Trying to figure out if João Felix is injury prone or not.
Hey, Alex, let me ask you a
Who
question.
gives a shit? He's not a good player. What's the point?
Okay, let me ask you a question, Alex. Still
We
think
already
Kai
have Kai
Havertz?
Havertz.
You still think Kai Havertz sucks? Because he was the best player on the field today.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he was, but like, it's like I never look at the specific player. Like, guys, if you know me, you know me. I like defensive midfielders, and for me, what Zakaria did today was substantial. He was
Absolutely.
He was especially in the first half. He got tired, and he started making mistakes. Couple of mistakes he started to make, but he was recovering. He wasn't getting bullied.
Alex, I was telling these guys, I said, I'm allowing him to make mistakes because he hasn't played a lot lately, but there's a good player in there. Absolutely good player in Zakaria.
He definitely showed me the past 2 games that there's something there.
Absolutely.
I was surprised actually that Kai Havertz can play in a pair beside Mason Mount. I think him and Sterling played well today together.
Yep.
The link up between them was good. Pulisic was good. Should be a penalty. Referee was disgrace. Referee was one of the worst referees I saw in a while.
Hey,
You thought that was a penalty?
I gotta go, by the way. Marsh, I gotta go.
Later,
See.
Carlito. Appreciate you showing me these stats, by the way.
100% there was a penalty.
Who Pulisic?
You really?
Yeah.
You know what? I do.
A few times.
There's not even.
And
He
There's
did
not
grab
even
him.
a
He
joke.
grabbed him. You don't have a right to grab a person.
it's insanely
don't have a
light grab though.
Yeah, but you
But
don't have a right to
if
grab
that
And the
someone.
fall was
outside-
delayed.
But Marshall, if that was outside the box, I reckon it would have been.
It's funny part is that there's literally right after that there was outside when Pulisic pulled on a player, and he gave a free kick right outside the box to Bournemouth. Remember when Pulisic got a
True.
and it was
All right, so
actually
there's
less
inconsistencies, yeah.
less of a pull than actually Pulisic did.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
if we're using that logic, then yeah. If you're gonna
It's
call
not
that a foul
logic,
outside the box,
it's the law. It's not we pulled it out of our ass. It's the law.
I looked at
I
that
understand
foul
that
again
now.
and again, and I'm like, it just looked like he got the shirt pulled, fine, but then he realized the shirt was pulled, and then he delayed the fall, so he just dove. You know, like it didn't
I don't
really
think he
affect.
dived. It's like
I don't
literally
think he dived. He literally doesn't take it doesn't take much when you're on a full speed to turn you.
Marshall, didn't I say this on the Discord? When you run at a speed and you're getting grabbed, you fall down. And I was
Yes.
saying this to Dark.
Bro, I didn't argue with you.
I
okay?
know. I was saying to the other guy, Dark. I was saying this.
Trying to kill me here.
Yeah,
Look,
and I'm saying if you get grabbed, you
when
fall down.
It's not a necessary fall down. Pulisic falls
you,
down
Alex.
after every shot. He just gets out of balance, and all it takes for the player to not get the perfect shot is get him out of balance.
Yep.
Hips doesn't stay right. That's it. He's getting out of balance. Then Pulisic goal should be allowed. Kai Havertz did not fail that defender. They were shoulder against shoulder. They both fell down. The ball bounced to Pulisic. Pulisic scored. It should have counted. That goal that Pulisic scored should have counted. But look, Mason Mount was sublime too behind the three. He was really good behind the three. The problem is it's still Bournemouth and it's still early to say. Same with Kai Havertz, same with Sterling, same with what's his name? My blunt Mount was so I was so disappointed Blunt Mount take a shot instead of pass it to Sterling at the last minutes of the game.
Yeah, he should have taken a shot. He had a really clear-cut opportunity
and
there.
that's why I didn't say he died, Marshall. I don't think it's maybe not a penalty. I thought maybe soft, but you don't have a right to have someone.
Look! Where is that? Do we have a jersey? There's a V-neck.
Yeah, but it's just the reaction to it.
Look,
that
you
it's
can
just
actually see his nipples when he pulled.
But you don't have a right to grab someone's shirt behind them. You don't have a right to do
why?
that.
Do you allow to do it in front of him? No.
No, but you're not gonna do it in front, are you?
Look at how much of the grab.
Yeah.
He did get a good grab.
Yeah, I looked at a replay and I thought,
But
ooh,
like,
that was
sure,
grab
it's gone there. I don't think he loses his
No,
balance. It looks like he dives.
His hands are going wide already.
This is what I'm saying, Dark.
Yeah, that's
you grab someone, they fall down.
I don't know.
It
man.
And
doesn't
I feel
Alex, my savior.
I see your
said.
point, because now that I look at it, it does look at a very aggressive shirt pull. When I first saw it, it looked a lot lighter, but from this angle, it looks like a much more aggressive one. But I still think he could have stayed up and ran with the ball. I don't know, but I will.
You know
agree.
how pissed you would have been if it was against Chelsea?
Yeah. I mean, there is a shirt pull there. It's just hard. Like I agree though. What you were saying earlier. If you're gonna give that foul or later in the game, you should have given it earlier in the game too.
I've seen that given actually as well. Like penalties like that, even soft actually in that. So yeah, it can be a penalty.
It's not
It
about
definitely
it can be. It's 100% pen. It's 100% pen.
I don't actually disagree with that either. Like,
I think the reason why referee didn't do it, it's because he actually took a shot, tried to take a shot at the end.
Yeah,
but he shouldn't. It's not about that. It's 100% pen. He 100% scored the goal, which was disallowed because the free kick was to Kai Havertz, which was not a free kick. It was shoulder against shoulder. Both went for the ball, both out of balance. Both in the possession of the control of the ball, so it's 50-50. They both fell down.
that one was terrible. That was a terrible call. Now that I forgot about it because I was just so happy
Pulisic
we won.
scored and he disallowed.
The referee is against him today, man.
It really was. The ref was bad against us. It was bad. It was bad.
I can't really disagree with that.
I actually got to go though as well. I want to say.
Yeah, I was just gonna wrap it up anyways because I don't know. I mean,
there's any news about James?
Plan is 2 days only.
Apparently, really, just 2 days?
I heard, but it could be wrong. Don't take my word fully.
Yeah,
all I know,
Alex, how you do that?
All I know, Alex, is that
you're never nice to me, man.
Okay. I'm slightly out of the weather.
Yeah, okay. I hope you get better.
You see Kleenexes, but you don't see lotion. So I'm not for tour.
Fatih's got down monthly subscription, man.
Oh my god, I wasn't even paying attention to it.
I will see you
Yeah,
guys
when
later.
you look at the Fator's house, watch the background, you'll see.
Oh my days. But my point being is that what I was gonna say to you, Alex, is that as of right now, all I know is that it's the same injury. So he re-injured the same injury. So it just seems like he got
I
brought
don't
on
even
too
know
soon.
I don't know what it was in the first
It
place.
was the
but-
knee, I think, or hamstring. I don't remember, one of those two. But yeah, he had a knee issue. So we'll see what happens. We did drop drastically once he left the game, but
Let me
I
ask
think-
you something. Is
Go for
this
it.
what's his name? Is Winter Surfer invites everybody to the stream, but by himself is not actually coming?
it seems like that. He's busy, I guess. I don't know.
He's busy on Hussam's stream. Every time Hussam and your stream is the same time.
Listen,
So he's like,
man.
everybody come over here. I'm not there.
Listen, with him, it's probably he's having fun there, and maybe when he's ready to come back, he comes back. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
invite him. No hard feelings if anyone doesn't make it. I run the show regardless, so it is what it is. But yeah, maybe he'll get bored of them and come back. But no worries. We were I don't know who it was. Carlito talked shit about him earlier already, so it's on stream. Andrew, you can defend yourself in the comments, all right? But all right, ladies and gents, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. There's nothing much else to talk about. We have another game coming up Saturday. We have the FA Cup, right? FA Cup and then
No,
the
we got
Carabao Cup.
Sunday. Next game is January. the
Oh, I
5th.
looked at it backwards. Yeah. So we have Forest on Sunday, and then Thursday we have Man City. Wow, that one's going to be interesting. Hopefully we keep up the good form. I think going to Sunday's game, we should keep that attack. Hopefully, we'll see. Just, Potter do what's best. But listen, if Havertz, Mount, Pulisic, they all work together and it looks like that, and everyone looks as good as they did today, then I'm not going to complain. I wasn't expecting much today anyways.
I don't see Pulisic start next game.
Yeah, I mean, that's
We
very
move.
possible.
Yeah.
We move. We'll see what Potter does. Maybe he keeps the four in the back. Maybe we're starting to see the fruits of his system. But we're gonna have to find out on Sunday, right?
Later,
we
guys.
could have new site, we could have deals put in place as well by then. Like a lot could happen between now and
Oh, true.
By
right?
By the first of the January.
Well, not like obviously like players aren't gonna be able to play for us for a few weeks at least, but I mean like
Mhm.
we have a lot more news to talk about as well. Like
Some more here we goes and such.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, how
It's-
did
a lot could
United
happen.
do today?
they won.
They won 3-0.
Okay.
Rashford with a goal and assist, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
And
Martial.
Martial scored the other goal too. Yeah. So
I don't know about well,
Martial scored the second goal, and Rashford scored the first one. Fred scored the 87th minute goal. There you go. But yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Appreciate you guys coming in. Alex, thank you. Will, Chris, Ahmed, all you guys, big shout outs to you. Shout outs to everyone in the chat. Make sure you're subscribing, smash the like buttons, hit the bell notification so you don't miss our future streams. We'll be back on Sunday to talk about the Chelsea game an hour after the game. And then probably Monday, we'll talk about the Casually Chelsea show. We'll also do another Casually Chelsea show tomorrow in the afternoon to talk about, all the signings and all that shit. So, guys, you have a splendid rest of your week. We'll see you possibly tomorrow, more than likely tomorrow or Thursday, and then we'll talk then. But till then, peace out, stay casual.